Hello everyone, my name is Amundeir, and welcome to Nerd Culture in a Nutshell. So, who am I? As I stated, my name is Amundeir. I am 27 years old, and I'm from Sweden. I generally like nerd stuff, and this is why I wanted to make this little, YouTube series or something of the sort. I have a lot of hobbies, and in a lot of different, subjects. I just wanted to have a way to share my passion with the world. The things that I plan to talk about is, in short, nerd stuff, and on a longer way of saying it, is card games, tabletop games, war games, minifigures, toys, art toys, blind boxes, cosplay, airsoft, so on and so forth. The list can be made even longer than the ones that I just named. So I plan to kind of make parts, and with that making parts, I mean, one could be card games, and I have a lot of card games. Card games is things that got me into the nerd hobby in general. So the card games is gonna be like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Flesh and Blood, so on and so forth. There's gonna be a lot of stuff, and so I kind of want to give its own segment and its own video, maybe depending on how long I will talk about everything. And my knowledge very much differ depending on what subject we're on. Also, you might wonder why I decided not to show my face in the first video, and it's nothing to do with essentially I don't want to show myself on the internet. That's essentially fine, but I wanted to make something that is less about the individual and more about the subjects. So I essentially just wanted to talk about my hobbies, and I wanted it to be focused around the hobbies rather than me talking about the hobbies, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, here we are. So that is kind of like the premise of it all. What nerd culture in a nutshell is planned to be. It is also planned to be non-staged in that regard, that I just want to sit here and talk to you guys and don't really put too much thought into it. I basically just sit here and talk about the things that I want to talk about. If that happens to be card games one day, then so be it. If that happens to be something else completely the other day, that's completely fine by me. And I just hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I do talking about it. And then obviously, I would love to hear from you guys if you have any inputs or anything that you want to share about your hobbies in the comments below. Is there anything else that I want to kind of give you here in the introduction video? Maybe a little bit more about myself. When I was a kid, I got introduced to Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's been with me through life in a lot of different stages, both through card collecting, through the digital games, through the friends, and so on and so forth. From the beginning, I never played the game. In later years, I have come to become more of a player in any type of game, specifically Flesh and Blood, but I also enjoy other card games such as Magic, and I'm trying to get more into the Pokemon scene as of the recording of this video. So that's the thing. But the thing I wanted to kind of emphasize on, or give more time to, is that I have always had the interest of history and archaeology. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to become an archaeologist, and that didn't happen. I'll tell you that much, that didn't happen. But I've always found interesting that everything has its time and space. And that is the same thing like with card games and collectibles and stuff. I think most people enjoy collecting stuff that I have a memory of and nostalgia and stuff. There are stuff for me that I have never even touched. I have no nostalgia for it, but I also kind of want parts of it because it happened and it was like importance in history. That's probably something I should say. So I like collecting stuff that are essentially like dead card games and stuff, and old games and stuff. I currently don't own that much when it comes to the gaming scene, but I would love to have like a Nintendo 64, a GameCube, a SNES, a NES, and so on and so forth. Games to it as well. But yeah, I just love collecting as a whole, and too much things that are connected to collecting. Hence why I wanted to call this one Nerd Culture in a Nutshell. And I think that is like the only things you guys needs to know what this is supposed to be and what I plan for it to be. So with that said, I hope that you enjoyed this little introduction video as much as I enjoyed making it, even if it's just me rambling. I hope to see you here in the future, and I hope that you enjoy Nerd Culture in a Nutshell as much as I do. So until next time, have a good one. Bye bye.